And then I'm on host because they'll keep trying after a little while. That's the way Twitch set it up. Twitch trying to do internally what Moobot was doing just fine. But at least this version is free. But apparently not. Doesn't work the way it should. Anywho, I'll keep rambling on while Obi does whatever he's doing. Fantasy football week 8. We'll talk a little bit about that. Got a lot of Xbox One talk tonight. Maybe we'll get a chance to get into some deep TV talk. Probably not. So probably just go through that real quick. Though with all the fall TV right now, you got Arrow, The Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Exorcist, which, you know, it's a Fox show and it's good, but it's a Fox show, so you probably don't want to get attached. Prison Break is supposed to be coming back at some point.
The DC show is out too.
The new one is a Vixen.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. And they're doing some cool crossover stuff with the other shows. The Supergirl start?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it then because I kept checking and I didn't see it. So that's another one to catch up on.
Actually, I think the Supergirl is a summer show.
Supergirl, yeah. Is it a summer show?
I think it is a summer show. I think it just ended.
It ended months ago.
It's on Netflix, so
yeah,
like the whole season's on Netflix already. So
what was the other show? Van Helsing, but there's another show I was thinking about. The DC has another show supposed to be coming out, Vixen, but I don't think that's gonna come out anytime soon. Oh, Supernatural, is that back yet?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it. Of course, The Walking Dead is back, and yeah, if you're not caught up, I'll be nice. We won't talk about it really. If I do, it will be very general terms. But for me, not the strongest season premiere they've had, but you know, they did what they had to do. They checked off some boxes and they're moving along some narratives. So while I wasn't a big fan, I see why they did what they did.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I usually don't get into shows even if I've been watching them for the last however many seasons. I usually don't get into them till about halfway through the season. Just saying. Like I would rather have 5 or 6 episodes stacked up to where I can watch them back to back to back to back to back. Because shows like Once Upon a Time, Cliffhanger City,
yeah,
where they end on the where it's getting ready to drop. I'll see you next week, bitches. You know what I mean? It's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, Once Upon a Time, I wait for it to be finished. And I watch it all, kind of marathon watch it. The Walking Dead tends to be stronger every couple of episodes starting up, and then every last 2 episodes of the half. You know, they always break up each season to 2 halves. So you have at least 8 episodes worth watching. The rest could be considered filler. Hey, there's Robbie. Just in time. We're doing a little pre-show right now. But we might start the show early. Strike while the iron's hot. Plus, I'm having some internet.
No, we need to start right at about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Because Blades is doing one last thing with the team, so I want him to be able to talk and communicate, so I don't want to start yet.
Okay, doke. Oh, probably just get the TV talk out of the way now, get it out of our system.
The pre-show?
Lucifer has also been good.
You gonna put up a different video for pre-show? I can split them up if you want. I'm not recording though, so
I always put up a video for the pre-show.
Okay. Well, I'm not. Well, I just because when I do it, I just like I'm streaming right now. But then when we get ready to start, you say, you know, when I say go, and then you wait 15 seconds. That's when I hit the record button.
Yep, it all gets recorded. on my side.
Okay.
Yep. Because you never know. You might have get a quotable. You can use it in a little blooper type of thing. You know, get stuff. Get stuff you could do.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Robbie, how you liking Battlefield 1? Gonna talk a little bit about that.
Wish I could play
I
it.
think I'm the only one playing it. You want to play it?
I do want to play it, but I just can't afford. I can't afford any games right now, man. I just can't.
Yeah.
You got a code?
I wish. I only have it because someone was very generous.
No.
They want to remain anonymous.
Well, if somebody like, it's always like that. If somebody wants to give it to me, I'll definitely play it. But I'm doing quite. I don't think I really have time to play it right now because we're ramping up really hardcore. We're possibly got a team together, a full team. They're practicing like crazy. Possibility that we have a team in MLG Vegas in December or November, December, yeah. So the weekend that I'll be in Florida, but I was already told Miss Fifi's like, well, when we're doing family shit, like you need to be 100% with us. Like I will be. I'll just periodically be checking my phone. Because I'm sure I'll get texts. Hey, we made it past the first round. Hey, we're past the third round. Hey, we're in the top. We're going to TV.
Oops, sorry.
Might have to jump on a plane for Sunday and then come back. I just get the dirtiest look from Fifi ever. The hell you are. He said, I kill you. Yeah.
I kill you. Yeah. See, I love my better half.
See,
but we like
our
time apart.
It's almost like, because, anytime if you have a team of whatever, anytime you do something, you want to be there for the first, the first tournament, you know what I mean? Just kind of something. But we planned a vacation a year ago. For Disney, so I can't skip out on that, because even to skip out and go there for a day would be just more money than anybody really wants to spend. Like, all right, where are you going? Well, take me to the airport so I can get there, and then I'll leave Sunday night, come back. No, it's not. No, fuck all that. If the team magically gets top 8, I'll kick myself in the ass later. But being, if the team does good, all I'll have to do is talk to MLG and get, all the recordings and all the videos and all that other stuff that they did, and and I get them. So it'd be something good to have, especially if they do it. We start doing little videos about how they're doing, how they're progressing, stuff like that. Should be cool.
A day in the life of Fado.
That's it.
Right,
that's even if they're ready.
Here.
That's even if they're ready. So.
Yeah, let's test this out real quick.
Put that coffee down.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, we're good to go. Yeah, we're doing that. We're going back to old form, doing a little pre-show, a longer pre-show than we have in a while.
Right. Well, we still got time. We still got time.
Yeah, we got a few minutes. BFT 9000 in the house. Just a quick heads up. We won't talk too much about Extra Life, but it is a week away, and I will admit I'm very deflated, and I've just kind of lost my super hype. But things happen because people are disappointing.
Not that many people signed up.
Yeah, so many people were uber excited, and the people that have followed through the most have been total strangers, people who have just discovered us. That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But that's the world we live in.
I'll be around. So I will be around the whole weekend.
I just wonder how people can see anything if they got their heads up their asses half the time.
Right.
That's tricky. They must be doing some kind of periscope type thing. Anal periscoping. That's probably a thing. I have to look into that. It's probably an Urban Dictionary. Anal periscoping. BFT is doing some miniature painting for Warhammer 40k. I see a Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw is coming in here. I saw Red Lycan, or as I like to call him, Redley Ken. Redley Ken. I like that better. You see, I'm used to the spelling of Lycan, Lycan, Cken, and I just think the name Ken, as in Kenneth. So, Lycan, you will always be Redley Ken to me. That's such a great name. I love it. I don't know why, it makes me smile. Redley Ken and his friend Blue Lee Ken. Yeah, see? He parted after I said that. Aw. Why are you trolling me, son? Just, oh my. Halloween next week. Time's just flying by. It's crazy. Crazy like a fox. What else? I can give you a little taste of what's coming up. So we got the Xbox One stuff. Touched upon the oldies and goodies we meant to get into last week. What we've been watching. We won't go too deep into what we've been watching because there's a lot of TV right now, especially if you're playing catch up.
Right.
American Horror Story. I didn't get to mention that. Designated Survivor. A shit ton of TV. It's crazy. What else? Fantasy football stuff. We'll keep that brief too. Got some news. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. It's gonna be a good 150th. Now for episode 200, we'll do something big. And I'm gonna promote it for like 3 months, and hopefully that garners some attention. I like Oolong's call outs. Flank him! Flank! Go! Blue team, go! Red team, go! Bullfrog!
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
Purple donger! Oh, purple donger! Oh, I said purple donger, not blue donger. Oh, come on, guys. Look, I see some people coming in here, slowly but surely. On that lurker status, I see you. Don't be shy. Come say hello. I also want to shout out one of our latest friends, Maria, who says something to the effect of, I absolutely love what you guys are doing with Geeky Antics. I've never seen anything like it, and I want to be a part of it. And she's like, telling me all the articles she's read and the stuff she saw in the forums, and I'm like, man, see, if I had 10 more people like Maria, we'd be set. People that are just all about it, dedicated, energetic, and vocal about it. Like, I love all of you guys, but most of you are introverts and the lurking variety. I'm an introvert. I like my personal space. I like TP to myself. I like, my personal bubble. But I also love people. So I come out of my cave, I socialize, then I go back into my cave. And for everyone else, it's like they're like in full-on ninja mode. It's like I see the downloads, I see the likes, not a single comment. If I get a comment, it's in a private message, like, no, leave that on the website or put it somewhere everyone else could join the conversation. Gotta encourage others to participate. The one-on-one conversations are great. It's great if we go on Xbox Party Chat or Discord and talk about stuff. But all that stuff, I want to share it with the world. That's how you build a community. You know, we're ready to go to the next phase with this thing. So make the dream happen. I know a lot of you are passionate about it, or at least say you are. Let's do it. I'm on a soapbox tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, but you let me know when you're about ready to start, because I'll keep ranting and raving. This is the new segment, the pre-show pre-cum. You're welcome. That's right. You can't have that. That's Geeky Antics property. Pre-show pre-cum. It's ours now. Can't have it. You can share it with us. You can share. You can share in the greatness and the lulls. Enjoy it. I'm gonna read the Stacey Roy's chat. We were hosting her earlier. Member of the gang that we love greatly, but she's in her own world as well. I remember too when she first approached us and wanted to participate. You know, there's a lack of follow through in the world. I'm guilty too. But everybody wants to talk about it, but when it's time to be about it, it's tough. It's tough. Time management, priorities change, meteors go through your window and smash your leg. You know, weird stuff happens. I almost got killed by a tree before. I don't know if I shared the story with you guys before. Very awkward. I was playing Guardians of Middle Earth, and I was doing really well. Great little MOBA. Sadly, bad company behind it. WB Games. I don't trust any of their online shit because, well, they shut it down. That game had a rough start because you had to pay for it up front, and then it had microtransactions on top of it and DLC. Like, wow, they're just trying to nickel and dime everywhere you can. And then they had matchmaking issues. People bitch about Ubisoft, but you don't know bad netcode until you've played a WB Games product. And yeah, so it was storming really hard, and out of nowhere, a tree smashed through my window, sharded, and like I reacted really fast. And if I didn't, it would have like stabbed me through the heart. Pretty cool. It would have been impaled. Impaled Yogi. That'd be my new name. Oh, I think Stacy's ending her stream. Doing some bank heists in her channel. People love those little mini games. Everybody's like, I miss you already, Stacy. Mm-hmm. We love you, Stacy. You're not just a pretty fish. You're a cool gal. Just wish you'd pass by and say hello to everybody else. Cost you nothing to take some time out, support others, and get involved in other communities and areas. Oh yeah, Robbie, I talked about it already. We're still about. It's probably gonna take me 2 to 3 weeks to fix it completely. Is a lot of work ahead for me, and you know, I'm one person doing the job of like 20 people, so bear with me. I'll get it squared away. And it's part Apple and it's part my bad too. So what I might end up just doing is setting up a emergency feed and just get the latest 5 to 10 episodes up on there for those that are having the issue. Because if you go on Stitcher or TuneIn, I saw on there they had up to episode 140, 145, something like that. It was not so behind, but iTunes, it completely shit the bed. Crazy. I'm still dropping frames like nuts over here. I don't know what's going on. What is that sound? Yeah. We'll get it sorted out. a weird sound. I'm hearing like it sounds like popcorn or gunfire. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Gonna have a lot of catching up to do, Robbie. Forget to talk about Battlefield 1 at length. I kind of want to touch upon the whole weapon accuracy thing because I feel like the starting weapons are as-tastic. Like, there's a bit of a hump you have to go over before Battlefield 1 really opens up. Especially if you're playing assault class. Oh god, those guns are pretty bad. No type of range. The fall off damage. Oof. But yeah, I mean the drops, yo. Those bullets drop hard. And make you like 20 feet out and then like boop. I still think I like the medic the most, which is a problem because it should be attracted to play the other classes. Like no one really plays support. That's kind of sad. I don't know. I like the explosives on assault, but the guns so far, me. Oh, we'll get into it. I think it's just like Star Wars Battlefront, where until you hit like rank 10 or 12, you're kind of just you're gonna have to just be bottom of the barrel or real try hard. Use a little pea shooter where everyone's like hitting you with one shot. Like, damn, how'd they killing me so fast? And then you get like 20 hit markers. They don't die. They get one hit mark on you. Boop, drop. What? You what, mate? Want to talk shit, son? What? Get you. I'll slap you in your mouth. Hope he's not even laughing, so he probably stepped away. He's really stretching out the pre-show. You guys are stuck with me then. Of course, this will be available on YouTube, full length video. I don't even bother chopping it up. Man, why bother? People don't care. They're too busy looking at boobs. I understand. I like boobs too, even though I'm spoken for. I'm really curmudgeon tonight. I know. It's been just that kind of month. Been a lot of hardships. But the only reason I'm not very pissed off and grumpy right now is because I've got a lot of good gaming and that's been helping me level up. And I also have some alcohol in me right now, so that helps too. Oh yeah, it's a big difference, a big jump from Battlefield 4. Sometimes when I play Battlefield 1, I just want to go back to Battlefield 4 because I put a lot of time into 3. I barely got a chance. Like by the time I jumped to Battlefield 4, everybody was kind of moved on to the new hotness. It is a great game, and I want to knock it, but starting off, it's like, yeesh. I mean, Battlefront has the same problem. You know, there's like one really OP gun in the game. I think they finally addressed that. Now it's not so bad, but you know, when you have like that end game gear issue, it's not good because you have to just grind it out until you could be on the same level as everybody else. Oh man, if I had known this, I would have had a cigarette. Ready, 11-11, 1-1, 1-1. Oh, you know, there's a pay-per-view this week. I think it's Hell in the Cell too. Oh yeah. Good lord, everything's just piling up. Of course, every game is having Halloween themed events. That's another thing that's hard to keep up with. They're all trying to get you hooked. It's all a grind. Neverwinter has something. Underscore the Line. Gears 4. The one that's the least of the grind is Rainbow Six Siege. You get the little skeleton key charm or whatever it is. This might be MVP. Now, for some, that might be hard. I got it on my first try. Oh, snap. That's right. Nah, not that good. Wow. It is one of the games I'm actually pretty good at. I gotta say. I'm not too shabby in Rainbow Six Siege. Of course, everybody likes games they're good at. That's an interesting discussion one day. We can have that one someday, or I don't know, in the future. But maybe on our upcoming community call, we could discuss: do we love games that we're good at, or are we just good at games that we love? Making you think, isn't it? Your mind blown yet? All right, Robbie. Robbie's got less than an hour to chill with us. Might just start this up with or without Obi.
Right.
He said, "Go ahead." Mm-hmm. I think I will then. You guys ready? Yeah, let's get this bad boy started. Here we go.
You are listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of allgames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody, though.
Welcome back, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots, and whoever else listens to this damn show. It's HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, October 27th, 2016. This is episode 150. 150. Holy shit. Extra Life next weekend. That's the title. Tonight we're going to continue our brief fantasy football insight segment. Talking a little TV, Xbox, community gaming, Relay for Life, Relay for Extra Life, because, we don't say Extra Life enough. But before we get into all that, these good times ahead, we're going to talk about other stuff, but I want to introduce him because he's already chuckling. The one, the only, the man behind the scenes at geekyantics.net, YogiZilla. What's up, dude? What?
What I got? That's
Hugh.
That's the anime laugh. That's the troll laugh. Yeah, that's right. That's how we started today. Trollerific. By the way, folks, if you're not doing it already, because apparently some people are not privy to this, but the uncut episodes, complete with the pre-show, is available. Sometimes it's available on our podcast feed, but it's always available on youtube.com/Geeky Antics. So you get all the pre-show banter. This time, we talked a lot about TV. We got out of the system early, so during the main event, we could just talk about our week, rant, and of course, fantasy football and video games. Whoa. Ooh, I like that echo. Why am I echoing? Hello? Wee! Okay.
Yeah, Yogi, where are you echoing?
Oh, very nice. Ford 420. I like how he's so formal. Hi, Kiki answers like he doesn't know us. Instead of, hi, Yogi and Obi. Hi, Geeky Antics.
Hey,
I think we
40,
go
what's
into
up?
Walmart. He's like, hi, Walmart. So much cooler than Walmart. Yeah. Anyway, I think Obi's multitasking. So, I'll go on with my spiel.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to reinforce this. We are having feed issues. If you didn't see the info we had on our Facebook groups and pages, we got delisted on iTunes, and Apple's been having problems on and off. They got a new way to submit and maintain the podcast, which is good and bad. And this has been a slew of issues. I should have it sorted out within 2 to 4 weeks. You never know what's going to happen. Worst case scenario, I might just end up building a mini feed, emergency feed, and just plugging that in. So if you look for this show on your favorite podcast provider and you only notice like 5-10 episodes, that's to be expected. There's no way I'm going to re-upload over 100 episodes. 150 now. 151
yeah,
if you
I'm
count
definitely
episodes
not fucking doing it.
Well, yeah, we know that already.
Shut up.
And also, as the title kind of alluded, Extra Life next weekend. And that's all I'm going to say, geekyants.net/Extra Life. Help us, donate, join us, leave a comment, do or don't. That's it. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to urge.
I am going to say, though, for those people that said, oh, dude, I'm in, and you guys aren't in, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. Like, at this point, I love the excitement, but if you're not going to follow through, don't make commitments you can't meet. Like, it doesn't take anything for you to sign up to be on the roster, even if it's just a name. I met some people, they joined us on Facebook, because we met through games. They joined us through the Xbox Live Club or whatever, the night we're about. They saw the Extra Life thing because they actually scrolled all the way down. Who scrolls down past the first page of anything, right? And no one goes through that effort anymore. And they saw the Extra Life thing, and they joined. No questions asked. They just joined. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I mean, even if it's just a head count, there's unity in numbers. I encourage other people to do it because very few people want to be the first to take that step. But when you see other people doing it, it's like, let's do it. It's like, I guess we're sheep these days. It's like, someone tells you if someone gives you a soda and says, hey, drink it, you don't know them and you won't drink it. But if someone shoots itself in the foot and all your other friends are doing it, oh, yeah, I'll do the same thing. Let me shoot myself in the foot. Why not? It's cool. Everybody else is doing it.
And
Think for yourselves, folks. Come on.
And then friends can give you a bag of poop and you'll smell it if they ask you to. Like, hey, smell this. It's cool. Even as your friend, you'll smell that bag of shit.
Yeah. That's the trust fall dynamic right there. It's like, hey, let's jump over this cliff. It's like, but nope, let's just go. Okay, cool.
The few friends that I got, sorry, I'm not gonna smell no bag. I'm not gonna. Hey, let's just jump. No, I'm good.
Yeah, you need to be equipped with that feather thing in order to survive a fall.
Yeah, slow fall.
That.
Slow fall. Yep.
Yeah.
Cast slow fall on you before you jump.
Patrolling.
I haven't been playing WoW at all or anything.
Oh yeah, not at all. Yeah. I think Ford wants to jump in here, so we will be taking some calls tonight. Hopefully, we'll get through all the main stuff. We do ask as we bring people in. This is not aimed at anyone in particular, but as we go through our spiels, our intros, you should know the segments by now. Let us get through it, then we can have the open dialogue. But if we keep interrupting it, and then we go off on tangents, the derailing is cool. That's part of what we do, but we also would like to cover some topics too. Like, it's not cool when you have a whole episode. It's like, so tell me about your week. Well, this week I say, guys, and then I went to the doctor.
That was last week. I couldn't help it. Sorry.
Hey, look. I said no single person. There's multiple people that do it. I mean, clipping happens regardless, no matter how long you've been doing radio or podcasting or anything that stuff. But
yeah, that's gonna happen anyway.
Some people are really bad about it. Like this, do the 1-2 count in your head, and if there's a 1-2 count, or even a 1 count, go through a 1 count in your head, and no one says anything, then you can interject.
1. Yeah, definitely.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Hey, Vordy, what's going on, buddy?
Just been enjoying Farming 17.
I was gonna ask how you guys are liking that. I haven't had a chance to stop by one of his streams, Gunner streams lately, so say hi to you guys. But how is it?
Well, I started at 3 this afternoon and just got out.
Yeah, but you guys got them freaking 100 people farms and shit. So like you have.
Oh, no, we don't.
You don't have that anymore?
You can have that many people in Farming Simulator on one farm?
No, 16 tops.
Oh, that's still pretty good. Dude, can you imagine 100 people in Farming Simulator?
It'd be so
bustling world. But what kind of farm could afford that big of a staff too? That's crazy.
You couldn't keep up with it then.
Yeah,
If you needed 100 people to work, yeah. I mean, it's like olden days on the cotton farm. I'm not. Let's go to the next. I just realized that. I wasn't meaning it like that. So what do they got out? What has he got on there? Is it like does he have just the 3 animals or defaults, or has he got mods for new animals? What?
Right now, they did add pig in, so you got pigs, sheep, and cows. And then the chickens, you don't buy chickens anymore. You just pick up the eggs. There's automatic chickens there for you.
Oh, cool. If you guys want to see any kind of Farm Simulators 2017, go check out twitch.tv/GunninGamers. And that's with a Z at the end. Go check him out. Do you know his stream schedule?
Well, Saturday we are going to do our 24-hour stream.
Okay.
We're starting at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be finished by Sunday, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so if you guys want to see that, go over again, twitch.tv/GunningGamers. Gunnin. No G, is Gunnin Gamers with a Z at the end. He'll be doing the new Farm Simulator 2017. So go check that out. And 40 will be there. See,
oh yeah,
Brandon on the front page there. Go check him out, guys. It should be fun. And when you go there, just say, "Hey, where's Obi?" and I'll try to answer from there.
I had fun with that game, especially fighting with tree stumps and stump cutters. Damn those things.
Well, I'll let you know they improved it so wonderful. We had a massacre of tree cut down last night, and it did not lag until the end.
So they improved the tree cutting, basically.
They improved the tree cutting, how many trees you can have down at once.
Oh, cool.
Taking the loads to offload them. Your trees don't fall off the trailer the further you drive away anymore.
See, I had trouble with just one tree stump like that. One tree stump, it was my nemesis. He would not go where I wanted him to go. Bastard. I think I have a clip up on our YouTube channel too. Pretty ridiculous. That tree stump was laughing at me. Anyway, moving on. Obi, do we have you now, or are you still distracted?
I'm still distracted. Keep going.
All right. So tonight on the show, folks, we got some news covering gaming, tech, and even finance and some other shit. We'll have some light. I'm gonna say light NFL talk. I'm gonna try not to get too deep into it. Because a lot of you are like, "Whoa, sports," or "Whoa, football." Let's talk about other sports. Like, wow, football season. So get over it. And I know the World Series is going on and blah blah blah, but we'll be fine. I'll talk a little bit about what we've been watching, but mainly what we've been playing. A lot of video games tonight.
And really, nobody really cares about baseball anymore. I've met a lot of people that don't really care about baseball at all.
It's a shame because it's our national pastime. And
Cubs are in the playoffs, though. Go Cubbies!
I know. No, Fado's happy.
Oh, we both are. I'm a Cubs fan too. So like, that's yeah. Don't ask. Like my dad's he's been a Cubs fan. And we kind of like both. We both like the Tigers and the Cubs. If they're not playing each other at any point in time, we kind of root for both. Tigers really suck. It's the Tigers. It's kind of like the Lions, just in a different sport. Yeah. Good. Did we mention Extra Life, guys?
Yeah. Extra Life.
Join the cause, guys, at least. And if you don't join with us, it's okay. We're not going to be mad at you. But please comment, share, donate if you guys would like to. If you can't donate and you just want to be a part of it, please join the team. Let us know. There's still a week left for signups. Go to YogiZilla at geekyantics.net. Mail at geekyantics.net if you don't can't remember the YogiZilla part. But of course, if you want to go find all the information that you need, geekyantics.net/extra life. Yeah?
Yeah, and I had originally hoped that we'd have people registered on our team a month out from the event so we can have an orientation, get everybody overlays and graphics they need to promote it. But since that didn't happen, what's going to end up happening now, that weekend, and that week, I'm going to be just not sleeping. And I'm going to have to be paying attention to the channel and see who's streaming and just run around like a chicken down my head. So thanks for that, guys. Thanks. Good job. I'm not bitter at all.
You can send me and Blades the stuff. Is it on the drive already?
That's the thing. I was really hype, and I was getting all the stuff together, and I just quit because like the interest wasn't there. No one was following through.
Okay.
Like, saying you're gonna do it and I signing up is two different things.
Well, I didn't sign up, but you know damn well I'm gonna be there. So, yeah, that's my fault for not signing up. And I know Blades is gonna be there, and I don't know, did he sign up?
Nope.
I mean, you know we're gonna both be here, so. Sorry, dude. We'll go sign up.
I know the Pope is a Catholic, but it doesn't really change anything.
Oh my God, really? Screw you.
Like I said, it's one thing to have a private conversation, and then another thing to have the roster. You know, people look at that roster, they know that a lot of people are involved, but then they look at the roster like, what the hell? What happened? So everybody decided to be lurker status, so you know, it sucks because I really was hoping we could do it really big this year. At this point, it's going to probably be a 2 or 3 day affair, and hopefully we'll get it right next year. But shout out to Chris and the other people that did jump in and already drove some donations and actually, followed through and been sharing. Everett Douglas, shout out to you too because I seen you keep sharing the link, promoting it to people. So get the word out. Yeah. Don't forget you can join us live. We got chat rooms over at allgames.com. twitch.tv/geekyantics. Of course, the Discord. Good places to connect. I'm not IRC right now. I should get on there. Anyway. Today, you know what? We're not even gonna do the spiel. I'm not even in the mood to do the spiel. That's how deflated I am, guys. And then we're not to talk about what the show's about. It's about geek culture and us ranting and raving, being bitter sometimes, punching things right in the face. But folks, let's just jump straight into the obligatory news. Get some news to talk about this week. So last week we talked about the big reveal of the Nintendo Switch.
Fine, I won't do it.
I keep moving along. That's the mood I'm in tonight, Ovi. You want to do it? Go for it.
Come on. I want to hear.
No, yeah. Yogi doesn't want. He's in a mood.
Yeah, I'm in the mood. I'm allowed to be in the mood.
Yeah.
People do make commitments and do not follow through. It disrespects my time.
I understand that. I understand that, but don't take it out on me.
I know. I keep it real, yo.
Because at first I said I'm not doing nothing. So, like, I'll be around to support and talk to the streamers and everything, and I wasn't going to do anything. So, I didn't do anything to you, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
And now it's time for the obligatory news and rants.
Ding.
Dong.
So, Nintendo Switch. That video is misleading. I've been doing a little more homework on it, and there's been a bit of an outcry here. Shenanigans. According to by Nintendo fans, Nintendo could do no wrong. They're clearly delirious. I mean, I love Sega, and I'm very much aware of the things that Sega has done wrong. But even Sega, I almost feel like Sega should be in Nintendo's shoes right now, and they do a better job. But I'm not gonna get into that. The thing is, the Nintendo Switch video, there's a lot of things I noticed with it that really don't sit well with me. First, you got a bunch of like hipster millennials having rooftop parties and dressing far nicer than most of us dress in everyday, quote unquote, everyday scenarios. It's just not realistic. Who's this? Like, is this who Nintendo thinks is out there playing with their products? There are no kids, even though kids are really their demographic. But I get it. They're gonna go for the in between and get the edges out of it, you know, because the kid sales are pretty much guaranteed, right? I get it. So they're trying to go for the 20-somethings, all right, the millennials, the young folks. They have the buying power. They show Skyrim remastered, but from what I understand, they don't have a formal deal with Bethesda to have that game, you know, put it over for their platform. So that's already a lie. You know, and everybody's already like, oh, yeah, third-party support. Take that, bitches. No, don't blow your load yet. I hate to say it, like, and I'm not trying to shit on Nintendo, but what's keeping them afloat is the fact that they have unique games that no one else has, first-party stuff.
Well, they kind of have a market cornered already.
Yeah, but they do need the third-party support. They absolutely do. They need to start playing nice with people because eventually people are gonna, even their fanboys are gonna burn out on Mario and Donkey Kong. I mean, you can only play with them
right, but you got to remember too, like when you look at Nintendo and you look at the classic games that they have, even with the actual esport game that they have now, that's what's kind of pushing them and keeping them in the loop too. Is that esport, which Super Smash Brothers, which is. You got so many things that they're doing, especially since the tournaments are starting to need a little bit more money for prize pools and starting to ramp up a little bit. I mean, you got to think about esports in general is ramping up.
Yeah, but as much as I love Smash, they limit the growth of anything esports or online because their online infrastructure sucks and they suck at supporting third parties. And when I say third party, I don't mean just developer. I mean the community. Anytime someone mentions something about Nintendo on YouTube, good or bad, they take it down. That's bullshit. Or if they don't take it down, they claim it and they want the revenue from it. I mean, you don't shit on the people that are trying to still say good things about you or even talk about. At this point, Nintendo should be thankful for anyone that's still mentioning them in conversations. I'm sorry.
Like our YouTube video for this show is going to get taken down probably.
Well, that would be our social proof. But you know what? It'll still be available on the podcast feed. So suck it.
They could take it down there too.
Nah, they don't. I don't think they even know what a podcast is, and they have no control over podcasts. That's the beauty of podcasts: freedom. Maybe a specific platform or syndication partner might take it down. But they can't take down the feed. Suck it. They don't control our website. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ear. It's our own website. We can post our own videos, our own podcasts. They can't control that.
No, I understand why I always keep on coming around. I love your attitude.
I just hate bullshit, like, and Nintendo's such a great company. Like,
right.
Update to modern times. Like, it's like, all right, around the time that Wii came out, they realized, oh, this internet thing, it's not a fad. I think it's actually gonna stick around. Like they just caught on to that. Now they're like, mobile. That's kind of popular, isn't it? What about if we make a system that's mobile? Like, come on, Nintendo. The innovation days of Nintendo are so far behind. And the other thing that's troubling, this is a system that's using mobile chipset, kind of like what the NVIDIA Shield uses. And don't get me wrong, those chipsets are actually pretty powerful, but there's certain bottlenecks that exist. For the portability, you compromise certain things. The chances of them being able to run a Skyrim remastered without compromising on quality and performance, I don't know. I think it's very slim. So I almost feel like this system is going to be less powerful than the current generation of systems, maybe even less powerful than the Wii U. That's crazy. Again, that's speculation, but and I know that they're not really the ones that compete on power, and like you said, OB, they've carved out their own niche. They have their own market share, but they can't get comfortable. They have to expand their horizons. They need to play nice with others. That's the theme. Play nice with others and make it possible for people to play with each other easily.
Right. We've had this conversation before, and we've never come up with something good, because anything good that they should do, they're not going to do because they haven't yet, and they're not going to. They're going to end up falling behind and getting basically putting themselves in a corner to where they can't branch out anymore and make money. Like, of course, any platform can branch out into a new area, but it's about making money in that new area. They can't make money, then why are they doing it?
It's funny you mentioned it too, because they are accountable to stakeholders. They are a publicly traded company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I was reading,
like, I want to win I want to win $1 million and go buy a freaking 30% of their shares and make them do some shit. Really?
Right? Show up on stakeholder meetings, but shareholders meeting rather. But
damn right.
I remember hearing, I think on NPR or something, or it was one of those tech segments on news radio, and they were saying that after the Nintendo Switch announcement, apparently people outside of the fanboys were underwhelmed, and they actually had some shareholders sell off their shares, and like the share values dropped. I don't know how true that is. I didn't get to look into it, but
Nintendo shares are the lowest it's been in 30 years, or in 20 years.
I would have doubt that. I mean, they definitely peaked with the Wii, and the Wii was kind of an anomaly, and honestly, kind of dumb luck. I don't think they even expected that kind of success. They're also shipping the Nintendo Switch. I think their launch shipment is going to be around 2 million units worldwide, compared to the launch shipment for the Wii, which is 3 million. That's a significant drop. I don't think they even have faith in it. And again, I haven't confirmed that, but that's the word on the street. So all these things, something needs to give. There's no more half measures. They got to take big risks. They got the war chest to survive some big mistakes, but they learn a lot of things from the Wii U. Obviously they changing the name of this console. That was a smart move, because brand confusion is a bad thing. They call it the Wii X. God, that'd be another clusterfuck. At least the Nintendo Switch is a unique thing. They can start a new legacy. They also have a tendency to have massive success with every other console. So this might be where they hit big again, and then the next one will be a stinker. So we'll see if that trend continues. Though I personally like the GameCube.
Well,
I don't think it was a huge commercial success.
Right, Nintendo Company Ltd is at 25,000. Still,
that doesn't sound right. Yen? You're looking at that sounds like
it's Japanese.
Yeah, I'm like, that's gotta be the Japanese stock market.
Really, really high. I did it Japanese. I said US.
Well, for the
$30 a share.
Yeah, because the NYSE, they have a holdings company for Nintendo public shares. It's a different thing. It goes to that holdings company rather than directly buying from Nintendo because they're an overseas company. It's weird stuff to happen with the stock market, but yeah.
It's slowly going up with this new console.
We said it's $30.
$30.
And I remember with the Wii, I could have sworn they peaked at $120 a share or something like that. That sounds wrong too. That's crazy. Because damn, that's a huge drop. It might be time to buy, and they'll go up eventually. Let's face it, Nintendo's not going to go anywhere. But the thing that is more a matter of how much growth potential they'll have. They can keep coasting by, or they can actually do something special and be relevant, you know. And other people say, well, you know, who says you have to just pick one console? You know, I'm that guy. I'm not gonna have a PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo platform. I'm gonna have 2 out of the 3 at most.
Yeah,
and I got
agree.
a PC, right?
Yeah, well, I gave up the PS3 and the PS4 for the PC because I was tired of being restricted by the developers.
Yeah. And then, you know, consoles still have a place.
Yes, they
I've been
do.
playing a
They
lot more
have
console
certain
lately.
games that we can't get on PC, so
Yeah. PC is always going to have more variety, a lot more freedom, and better deals for the actual software. It's going to be a long time before the consoles catch up on that, if they ever do. But anyway, moving on. A different part of the news, finance. Kobe Bryant is now venturing into venture capital. Yeah, he's got an investment firm. I don't know if you guys heard of this. And I love the quote he shared on an NPR interview. He says, it's just like basketball. You have to be patient because sometimes the immediate gratification isn't there. And that's how I approach any game. That's what
any game
is.
This is a game now.
He's actually a lot more eloquent than I put it, and I'm just taking jabs at him because I'm not a big fan of Kobe, but he's a talented guy, and you know what? I'll even give him credit. I think he's a pretty smart guy too. So there's that. He's going to the arena. That should reminded me too. I've been getting some email messages about investment firms that want to invest in certain projects I'm working on, and those kind of stuff. I will tell you guys this. I can't really talk about it because it's confidential stuff. But yeah, we get messages like that. Take it with a grain of salt. Of course, don't just ignore it because sometimes those are legit things. Like I'm on an angel list, and half the stuff you get is legit, and half the stuff not so much. Angel list basically is a place you go to network with people in the venture capital world. It's like Kickstarter, but a lot more serious. Like, you're gonna have boardroom meetings and, do pitches in front of big rooms, and it's pretty crazy. Constant phone calls. If you want that money, it's a good avenue to go down. Just prepare to suck some dick or kiss some ass.
Ooh.
But anyway. Yeah. So, update 4.3 for Rainbow Six Siege. I know I'm probably the only one amongst us right now, at least in live audience, that cares about it. I'm excited about this. Though, the operators we were hoping for, there was a big leak. We have an article, in fact, about it on geekyantics.net. The operators were not released. We have some more predictions on that, so make sure you check out geekyantics.net/blog. But this 4.3 patch did bring a lot of cool stuff. Mainly anti-bullying, anti-trolling fixes, huge improvements to the network infrastructure. In fact, today we were like in the Twilight Zone. We couldn't believe how fast we were going into matches. We were like, whoa, what's going on?
Whatever. What the fuck ever.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even being facetious now. Like, we would have like 3 or 4 in our group, and then queue up, and boom, in a ranked match, like within 10 to 30 seconds.
How was the
Compare
connection?
that to like, huh?
How was the connection though?
No one dropped.
That's part of the reason too. Like part of it, it's not
No one
because
dropped
I
yet.
mean I know we
Knock on
blame
wood.
your NAT, but that's not the reason. But it's like the connection to the server. I mean, if that's better, I'll come back and play some. But like, I was just tired of getting dropped every single fucking game, man. Like I'm like playing fine, and all of a sudden it drops me. Really?
I played today. Not a single game crash or no one dropped from my team. The people that disconnected were people that hard quit, rage quit. So big improvements. They're focusing on laying down a more solid foundation before they do the season 4 update. So I'm thinking in November, early in November, they'll make an announcement, and probably mid-November, a week out. That's usually what they do. A week out from their announcement, they'll have. Ooh, I'm guessing the
You have
new
Rocket League, Yogi?
operators. I do have it on PC. Yeah, we played it before together.
I'm putting together some goal, like a goal. When we're like me and Blades are together playing 2s, like I'm putting together some goal. You should want to come play some 3s with us. Gotta get some goals as I record
it. What, tomorrow?
Can't win. These
Nah,
times
let me know. Holla at me.
After HorsePLAY Live. Good.
Oh my god. I do have plans for tonight. I'm spoken for tonight. You'll find out why in a little bit.
What the fudge?
You'll see. But I'm really excited about what they're doing with Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, this is a game that they're just constantly tweaking, and they're doing right by me. People can shit on Ubisoft all they want, but for a big company, they are taking a small business approach and actually listening to the community and reiterating and just being really responsive, and I love it. I mean, they even respond to my inquiries, as a media outlet or just as a consumer, and I appreciate that. So keep doing what you do, Ubisoft. There's also rumors that Ubisoft might be bought out, and I have mixed feelings about that. They could use the financial power, but whoever buys them, I hope they keep them as an autonomous entity, kind of like Activision does with Blizzard, but not how Activision does with Bungie, because that's a fucking cluster. I still think Bungie's to blame for a lot of what they've done with Destiny. Blizzard's still a great company. They're still doing their own thing. They still have the same flavor. It really seems like they're able to make their own decisions. That's the kind of backer they need for Ubisoft. Get that get the resources they need to do bigger things and faster, but still be able to bring out the unique stuff that they bring out. Other updates. Elder Scrolls Online has one Tamriel that came out about 9 days ago. They have a Halloween event, cross-faction activities, so now you can play with your friends and not have to worry about what faction they're on. Thank God. No level limitations, so you can pretty much do all activities with your friends. Maybe a few exceptions, that there's level scaling, gear scaling. This is an MMO done the way it's supposed to be. And they redesigned Craglorn, an area that many people weren't really touching anymore. It was one of the first adventure zones that they created. A massive area to explore with tons of activities to do in there. And Craglorn was always great, but people stopped going there because, it was really hard to do it alone, and really people mostly just did it to farm resources on the outskirts and avoid any conflict because it was a area. Now they're tuning in for lone wolf players, and I kind of have a problem with that because I hate this whole thing. People were bitching, why don't you just take Skyrim and then make it online? No, this game is close enough to Skyrim while it's being its own thing. Why do you want Skyrim again? I don't get it. Like, why would you want the same thing? You already played Skyrim, you fuck. Anywho, Elder Scrolls Online is still a great game. The only reason I avoid it is MMOs are evil and they're time sink. But I'm probably going to end up coming back to the game before the Halloween event's over, and I'm going to try to get my free mount and skins or whatever they're giving out, and God, I hope I don't get sucked into it because I can't afford it right now. But it's definitely reduced a lot of the grind. And I think that's all the headlines, at least the stuff that we found noteworthy. Of course, time to vote's coming up soon. I guess is that.
We means Yogi, guys.
I was gonna ask you, Obi, is there anything else you want to bring up? Sure.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got no news.
Yeah. He makes that comment, but he didn't bring any other news items to the table. Look at that. What a jerk.
Fine, I'll plug myself.
You gonna plug yourself for the news? That's not news. You always plug yourself. Waka waka. Okay, you ready to know what's next, right?
What?
Oh, you know what's next.
Yeah, I do. Quickie.
Giddy.
Giggity. Giggity giggity. All right. Fantasy football week 8. This week we're gonna keep it simple. Kind of just talk a little bit about what's going on. Yogi fucking destroyed me.
Go Yogi.
Oh, I came back a little bit. You didn't beat me too bad.
Dude, I had like 80 points sitting on the bench. It was bad.
It's like everybody that you talked about taking and make sure you pick up, you'd already picked up prior to the show. So like I was like, man, I want to pick up. I want to pick up a few like we was talking about. No. No.
Good strategy. I stashed the players so you can't have them.
I know. I saw that.
But you said you were talking. You said you were going to talk to Fatal and get professional advice from him. So I think, okay, well, I'll just pick up the players I recommended. Our league.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. So, folks, don't forget, if you do want our casual perspective, our scrub insights, you could always contact us at Geeky Antics. Use the hashtag fantasy football. Get other people on the conversation. Again, think about the grander scale. You can also email mail@geekyantics.net. Our general catch-all email address. And we'd love to theorycraft with you. We also have a Facebook group, Fantasy Football and Sports Theorycraft. Look that up. Or if you just look up Sports Theorycraft, we should be the first hit. I'm also excited today. I'm super excited. On Bing. And Google, we're already on the front page. But on Bing, we are now the number 2 search. If you search on Bing for Geeky Network, number 2. Yeah. If you're looking for a Geeky Network, people will find us there. Yeah. We're moving up. You gotta find us. You gotta keep lurking, but at least they'll find us. So, do you guys want to talk a little bit about the Packers? Yeah, I have a few things to talk about the Packers, but that we can move on.
Yeah, sure.
So the big talk this week, we're kind of piggybacking off the past couple of weeks because Jordy Nelson has been underwhelming. We're talking about whether you should sell him or not. Rest of the season, he's gonna be hit or miss.
I didn't even. I wouldn't even bother with him.
Yeah, if you have him already, try to get a good price out of him. Wait for him to have one more big game and then sell him high. Because he's a boom or bust kind of player. I think Ty Montgomery and Devontae Adams are going to be the big receivers. And Randall Cobb, he's another one that I think is kind of boom or bust. And I think it's because he's on the older side too. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with him, but Devontae Adams look good. And he's had touchdowns in 4 out of 6 games so far, I believe. They had a bye week. Yeah, they had a bye week.
4 of the last 6.
And I mean, last game he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns. This is a guy that's gonna become a go-to target while they lock down Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb. They can't cover 3 receivers. Packers can't run the ball. You gotta believe. I say pick up as many Packers receivers as you can, stash them, and whoever has a hot hand, that's who you play. If I had to add it, I think I would put over Ty Montgomery. Though this week, you may want to play Ty Montgomery because while they have no running back, they're playing him at wide receiver and running back. That's a unique situation right there. He's a running back and wide receiver. So if you get both Ty Montgomery and Devontae Adams, I'll pick him up. Nobody's. Thank you later, Robbie. Hopefully we'll play some let's say fantasy football, some Battlefield this weekend. We should get Robbie. We should get more of our international friends into American football. That we have a one player in one of our leagues that's Australian, and I think this is his second year doing NFL fantasy football, and he's loving it. And it's great the kind of questions he has because he's just so excited about it. And it's just cool seeing that kind of energy. James Starks is coming back to the Packers soon. I think this week, if not week 9. We had a lot of people have been asking a question. I think Obi was asking this too. Is Russell Wilson ready to have a good week finally? Wow.
Well, seriously, like everybody's been talking him up. Okay, everybody's been talking Russell Wilson up, saying, he's gonna, because last year, I mean, hey, he had such a great season, and now he's just like, I don't know if he's just shook up or is he like, did they finally they hit him enough that he's scared now? Because if not scared, and don't say that any one of the guys is scared, but like just afraid to get hit again. I mean, they've shut him down, saying no, don't run, make a good pass. If you have to throw it away, we want you to be a passing quarterback. But they're taking him out of his element. His element is to, yes, look for that pass first. But if you don't see a pass, take the fuck off. Run in a way, be smart about it. If you have to go feet first and slide to save yourself, yes, do it. Do it feet first so they don't hit you. If they do, that's their huge penalty. All you gotta do is be smart and run. It's like he's lost a step and he's scared to run. He's scared to get hit. So.
Yeah. Well, part of that could be the offensive coordinator, the coaching staff. He kind of reminds me of, I want to say Dante Culpepper. Is the name I'm trying to think of? Where he's a pocket runner, like if he needs to be.
Dante Culpepper was like that with the Eagles and the Vikings. There's a couple more. Going to prison really messed Michael Vick up, with his, but he was like that, and now they want him to be a pocket passer. Like, dude, homeboy can still run. He still does a 4.2 40. Let him run. A quarterback that can throw the ball like a motherfucker like Michael Vick and still run, but he's been to prison, so we're not going to make him the face of our team because we don't want a felon. Dude, goddamn, he got caught fighting some freaking dogs. Who cares? He did his time. You got the dogs away from him. He can't buy anymore. He can't own another dog now for the rest of his life. Okay, who gives a damn? He's playing football now. Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah. Well, I have mixed feelings about it, but I feel you. But I do want to say, I think at this point, with trade deadlines coming up in a lot of leagues, and that depends upon the commissioner, but most leagues I know, like week 10 or 11 is like the absolute cutoff because week 14, 15, and maybe 16 is when you're doing your playoffs, depending on how deep your league is. So, yeah, you got to start making some tough decisions. I think this is one of those situations where you could buy Russell Wilson low, or if you're lucky, sell him high. Mm-hmm. Either way, I think you're okay. But for the playoff picture, all right, they got who they play? The Buccaneers. And I'm talking about fantasy football playoffs, not actual playoffs. All right, so the Seahawks play the Buccaneers, who I joke about, but they're actually a decent defense in some aspects. But it's probably going to be a shootout. Panthers, not the defense we thought they were. They're kind of banged up, but I think by then they'll bounce back. So that's going to be probably a tough game, a low-scoring game. And then the Packers, I don't trust that defense. So they got a good schedule for the playoffs. Going into the fantasy football playoffs, however, they play against the Patriots. Patriots easy. Eagles, Bills. Bills are surprisingly a strong defense, so that's a tough one. Saints, that's a gimme. Cardinals, Cardinals sometimes look really great, and sometimes they're just Swiss cheese. Falcons, that's a gimme. I mean, I love my Falcons, but as far as the defense, oh no, wait, that already went. That already passed. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it the Cardinals and Seahawks and the Falcons game already passed? So the next one is the Saints. Yeah, I'm going too far back. So yeah, the next game, October 30th, is against the Saints. They have a good schedule. I would say they have a better schedule than most. It's favorable. It's time to start trusting Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin, I would say. Rest of the season, possibly. Unless you really have much better options. That's what I would say. So yeah. Russell Wilson, I think part of it is that they're trying to keep him fresh for the end of the season.
Well, it's week 7, goddammit. It's the end of the season.
There's still plenty of football left, man.
Not with
They're probably being conservative.
Not with their
but,
freaking.
Listen, I would put Russell Wilson ahead of Carson Palmer. I hate to say this, Phillip Rivers. You know what? He's my
Derek
boy,
Carr?
Eli Manning. Who?
Derek Carr.
That's a tough one.
That's my main right now, Derek Carr, and he's one of those quarterbacks where I really don't know if I want to take him out because he can have a breakout freaking game and he still averages like 15 to 20 points a game. So it's like I want to leave him in there for that reliability. And that's why I'm holding on to him, and I don't want you to get him and freaking play him and all of a sudden have a breakout freaking 60-point game with Russell Wilson.
I was gonna pick him up. I won't lie, but I
got him. I was the first
before
one
we
to get a
talked. I was gonna
quarterback
pick him up. I knew you needed a quarterback, so I was like, all right, I'll let you have it.
Because
Phillip Rivers has been downtrending. Then Big Ben got injured. My QB situation isn't the best, but yeah. Derek Carr, Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders, one of the top offenses in the NFL on paper. Inconsistent, but they got tons of weapons. Latavius Murray's coming back. He can make catches too. I like this team a lot.
The one guy that I really wish I could take and actually tuck somebody away is one guy that is actually consistent. I mean, believe it or not, whether he wins or loses, he's actually fairly consistent, is Matt Stafford. The first week week 4, he had a really low week.
I would put Derek Carr and Russell Wilson ahead of Matt Stafford. But
Matt Stafford's one of those guys, again, that can have a 35, 40-point game, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah.
That's the thing.
But then the following week, it's 7 points, so...
It does look like Matt Stafford is trending up finally. So
it's a possible, and they're playing Houston, so he could have a really pretty decent game against Houston. But at the other end, Derek Carr is playing against Tampa Bay, I think Russell Wilson, and they're playing against New Orleans. So it's kind of New Orleans they're like top 5 in giving quarterbacks points for.
Yeah, absolutely. For the rest of the season, the Raiders have the Bucks, Broncos. That's going to be tough. Bucks might be tough too, actually, believe it or not. Again, as hit or miss. Texans, that's pretty much a give. They're a decent defense too. Panthers, again, I could go either way. Bills, Chiefs, and Chargers. That'll be a gimme. Actually, they have a tough rest of the season, to be honest. Overall, it's going to be really hard to project how it goes. That said, Derek Carr is pretty good under pressure. So I think all these game scripts will work out, except maybe for the Broncos. That's the only one I probably wouldn't take a gamble on. So rest of the season, I would go with Derek Carr.
Yeah, but Broncos are playing Chargers this week, so
yeah. But next week's game is Raiders versus Broncos.
yeah.
But yeah, Derek Carr, I would hold on to him rest of the season.
I am. I'm just kind of. I don't know. I'm in that stage of, do I want to add, drop? Like, I don't know.
Well, the issue with them is Amari Cooper doesn't seem like he can get it done in the red zone. So they have to rely on Michael Crabtree. But if Michael Crabtree gets shut down, who else do they have left? Latavius Murray should reduce that the strain there, because I can't even think who else they have on the depth chart after that. So if he has the targets, his value will go up. Amari Cooper is underperforming this season. I think he has 1 or 2 touchdowns for the whole season. That's pitiful for someone of his caliber. Jamal Charles, I already dropped him in one of my leagues. No one even wanted him. Like, yeah, but he's got potential. Like, nope. That's a tough situation, especially where rising. But 49ers right now, I don't think I trust anybody in San Francisco. Much as I like this team on paper, Travis Kelce, the top tight ends out there, he's been shut down. They got the weapons. Jerry McLachlan, he's on the Chiefs, ain't he? They don't even know how to use him, but it's kind of sad. Got a lot of injuries. This not questionable designation. They're not necessarily bad injuries, but makes you panic because it could be a loose eyelash or a broken fibula. You never know. Tevin Coleman and Big Ben and all these things to worry about. Big Ben's probably still out for another couple of weeks. Do you trust him when he comes back? Probably not. Interestingly enough, Hunter Henry over in the Chargers got dinged, but now Antonio Gates seems to be stepping up and living up to his name. So that's cool. Antonio Brown last week in a really tough matchup really stepped up. We were saying 15 to 17 points, more or less. Actually, most people were saying 12 to 17, so 12 to 15. They were really being modest. But he ended up having like a 20-plus point game in most formats. So, hell yeah. So I trust him going forward, even regardless of who the quarterback is. What else do we have here? I guess we can look at some rankings. The wide receiver ranking are very interesting. The consensus is Julio Jones, number 1. A boy in the Atlanta Falcons. AJ Green, number 2 overall wide receiver. Then we got Mike Evans, T.Y. Hilton, Marvin Jones, Brandon Marshall, Amari Cooper. I don't know if I agree with that one. Amari Cooper has shown me nothing to trust him right now. Like, every time I start him, Michael Crabtree outscores him. Nah, fuck that. I don't care how talented you are. Like, eventually he's going to flip around. He's not going to stay like that constantly. Well, Michael Crabtree is getting it done now. So, yeah, fuck you. Jordy Nelson, that's another one where when you have options like Devontae Adams and Ty Montgomery that are not owned in a lot of leagues and are scoring, yeah, I think I'd go with the safer choice because Jordy Nelson's still going to draw the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Hopkins, Doug Baldwin, they have him at number 10. They have Emmanuel Sanders, Michael Crabtree. I think Michael Crabtree should be a little higher or in Amari Cooper's place. Des Bryant. Oh, no, wait. Larry Fitzgerald. That belongs there. Des Bryant, who's coming back this week. Yeah. He's talented. I don't trust anybody but Ezekiel Elliott or Dak Prescott in the Cowboys right now. That's me personally. I'm a little biased. The depth chart right now on wide receiver is actually pretty encouraging because you go about 30, 36. There's about 36 wide receivers that if you have them, you feel pretty good about it. After that, touch and go. Like number 50, Pierre Garcon, Washington Redskins. Eh. If you have them, you're not excited, but it's better than having, I don't know, Dontrell Inman. I don't know. Rashard Matthews, sure, or any play on the tight ends. Anyway, lots of depth there. There's a lot of sneaky pickups you can have. We won't talk about this week. We'll let you figure them out. Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on before we talk too much about it because people are leaving. They're like, it's too much football talk. What is this?
Yeah, you're pushing people away.
No, bastard. Obi.
Yes.
Did you have any quick questions before we move on?
No.
Then we don't. All right, folks.
I was looking in the show notes to make sure that you didn't like
No,
I didn't
no,
say
no.
something to you prior this week.
Nope. Just checking. But folks, Geeks Engaged. We haven't done this call to action, but we have a Discord. You should join us on there. Go to our Twitch channel. Now you want to do it?
No, go ahead.
If you go to Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics, do bang, let's say exclamation mark, Discord. It'll show you our Discord information. Hang out with us there. Idle on there. Get to know the gang. We share a lot of memes and sexy pictures and animated GIFs and all kinds of crazy stuff. Fantasy football talk, retro stuff, spoilers, whatever. There's a chat room for everything in there. Get on in there. If you like email, we do pretty much monthly, sometimes bi-weekly newsletter. Subscribe at bit.ly/gangmail, and gang is spelled GANG, all caps, and the mail is lowercase. Gang. That's Geeky Antics Network Global. That's the easiest way to remember it. See, it's catchy. But yeah, if you want to call in right now, if you're live, yeah, we have a pretty chill show. We're about to. I think we're about to jump into it. We're going to do some quick shout-outs, and then we'll get into our WWBP and WWBW segment, and then our feature discussion, and we'll actually finish our time, I think. So, you ready? Ready for some shout-outs?
Yep.
We do quick shout-outs. I think I missed some. I meant to have this. I had iTunes review. Oh, but I can't do it because the iTunes thing was delisted. Damn you, iTunes! I can't read my review now. That's poop. It won't come up. That's some shit. Now we can't read. But I think it was gosh, who was it? Someone wrote, dig this show. It's about all things nerdy. I prefer the word geeky over nerdy, but I take nerdy.
What's
Different connotations are. And he said, Obi and Yogi have mad mic skills. Really like the way they exchange. All right. Mad mic skills. I like that. Get the mic skills, Obi. You down with that?
I know.
We should be wrestlers. Show our mic skills off.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, we're already fucked up as it is.
It could be a Paul Heyman, but I don't have that good as mic skills, so.
Yeah, that works.
Now, if you want like play on words and you want something, if you say something, it's like, hey, dude, think of a sentence or a small, 3 or 4 line paragraph to, and I want this to say this. I mean, Blades is a hell of a wordster. Call it
a wordsmith.
A wordsmith. Yes, he's very good at wording his opinions,
putting things out and in his mouth. Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, I got that. So.
Hey, Fatal. You're good at putting. He goes, Yogi, suck a dick.
All right. How much you paying?
It's free.
That's the response no one expects when someone says yes. You're like, oh God, now this is awkward.
Like, okay, well, I mean, can you take it easy at first, please?
Yeah, it's like when women say "suck my left titty." It's like, how's that a threat? It's just welcoming. It's just
I mean,
not
like,
that
then you
bad.
go back and be like, you sure you want the left one done? I mean,
How
the
about
right one,
both?
we don't want to make it jealous, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like just a tip, and that it never ends with just a tip.
Yeah, because
Just watch Sausage Party.
that's why.
Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
movie's out of control. Damn, I got Obi speechless. The folks, WWBP, WWBW.
Sorry.
That's right. What we've been playing, what we've been watching. We're gonna go. We did a pre-show. We talked about what we've been watching. Just kind of go through real quick. We got Westworld, Agents of Shield, Gotham, Arrow, The Flash, Lucifer, Z Nation, Van Helsing, Halt and Catch Fire, The Exorcist, and The Walking Dead is back. Oh, don't forget the American Horror Story, which after episode 5, what a twist!
I know, right?
But are you watching American Horror Story?
No.
They're doing this reality television kind of format this year, and it's pretty cool what they're doing with that. But of course, the show everybody's talking about is The Walking Dead, and we won't spoil it for people that are not caught up. I know we actually have a bunch of friends that are finally now getting into the show and getting through all those first seasons. I mean, what are up to season 7 now? Yes, out of Walking Dead. So all I will say for now is the death stuff was predictable, but the narratives that they are creating make sense, and I'm excited for what's to come. Someone that will take the spot, I think two someones that will take the spot of Carol.
Uh-huh.
And I also think that Rick's group, in spite of everything that's gone down, this has been a reality check, and they're going to be more unified and determined and organized than ever. So all the bullshit, all the drama that was causing disarray, I think that's all going to be put aside, and people are going to finally get their heads out of their asses. That's right, I'm going back there again. Head out of ass. That's what needs to happen. You know what? I need to watch the latest in Lethal Weapon. That show was pretty cool. What I saw, the first episode. Oh, and Designated Survivor. I don't want to forget about that. That's actually a pretty cool show. But anything in particular you want to talk about? Walking Dead or any show that stood out for you, Obi?
Yeah, no. I don't really have any. I don't really watch too much TV. I watched The Arrow once upon a time. I mean, it's not anything that I'm later 40. It's not anything that I'm not really watching enough to. I try to catch as much as I can on Hulu, but I'm just staying busy.
All right, so we'll move on to video games. I think we're making good time. We got about math is right. Oh yeah, got a good 40 minutes roughly. Well, 30 minutes to talk, and then 10 minutes of outro and jerking off, more or less.
I'd rather not do that with you on the mic. Just saying.
I'm doing it already. Too late for that. You should have told me earlier.
No, you can do it all you want. I'm
fully committed. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Do what you need to do, bro. Dirty bastard.
I mean, you can't stop that once you start. Like that's the most awkward thing ever. Like,
yeah, no. I'm not. I'm not. I don't. I'm not dogging you at all, man. I'm just. Just go it. You don't need to tell me. That's.
Yeah.
Kind of the thing.
I feel you. I mean, you do make a good point. I mean, if you stop midway, then you have more gas in the tank for later. keep edging yourself. Nah, you make a good point, Obi. Yeah.
What?
Let's think about it that way.
Fucking weird.
Yes, I'm gonna make it as awkward as possible. But anyway, moving on. Video games. Talk about them. Last week I was kind of talking about how everybody's talking about the hot newness. But I do have to say, I was frustrated at some people, but sometimes the community does come through. But it's usually with the frivolous thing, like with the things that really matter. People are like, curing cancer. Nah, I don't care. Hey, I really would love to play this game with you. Oh, you don't have it? Well, buy it. Well, I don't have that money right now. I kind of got to get a Christmas present. We got a lot of bills. Tough time, and like, oh, I'll buy it for you. Okay. I'm not going to say no. I'm not too proud to take a freebie. So, yeah, I may have got at some of those hot newness games. But before I get into that, I did play The Escapist on Xbox One. Let me say, same thing as the PC version. Pixel graphics. You gotta escape out of prison. It's cute. It's cool. It's really funny because you got conversations with the different inmates and different weird situations that happen. You gotta show up for the roll call and for lunch and breakfast, lunch, and dinner and all that stuff. And you gotta try to collect items and make deals and not be suspicious, because if you raise the guard's suspicion, then you can fail to escape. And every prison is a different escape, has different ways you can escape. It's kind of like Hitman, but instead of trying to plan out an assassination, you're trying to plan out your escape. It's cool. It's Prison Break with retro graphics. There you go. And really hilarious dialogue. The Crew. This is a game that, I don't know, people really took a shit on this game. I don't know if it's because Ubisoft or because Ubisoft promised the world and then didn't deliver. But I gotta say, I'm not a big racing guy, but from when I got to play, it got me pretty invested. The only reason I stopped playing it because I wanted to play some of these other games, which I'm about to talk about. But I wonder what the multiplayer is like. Have you tried the multiplayer on The Crew yet? Okay.
No.
I'm really curious because Need for Speed Rivals was pretty cool, but The Crew seems more like my kind of thing because it has like the dirt, the off tracks kind of stuff. It kind of reminds me of 4x4 Evil and dirt and all that kind of stuff. So I might have to try the multiplayer and I'll report back on that. But I'm gonna talk about 3 games. One that I will be playing after the show, and 2 that I have been playing, and they're all new releases. Obi, do you want to guess what they are? You know me well. You know my gaming tastes.
I give up. What you just tell me.
Oh my god! Come on, you could guess one. New releases, Xbox One.
Oh, Hello Kitty Funland.
Oh yeah.
Bizarro's Epic Adventures.
Damn,
Peanut Butter
good.
Jelly Time for 3 years and younger. And then
that last one's wrong.
Oh man. The Roly Poly Oleo Adventures.
Nope, no.
And then Siege.
Was not a new release though, but yeah, I part of the playlist. Come on, guess for real. Guess one. What's released in the past 2 to 3 weeks that everybody's been playing and talking about?
I can't reply to all that.
Oh my god, you're such an asshole.
No, no, I had Fatal saying something. Wait, you forgot about Sesame Street, Elmo's Number Adventure, Limited Edition, Deluxe Volume, Day 0 release.
That I wish I got. That sounds
He
fantastic.
said that he wishes he got.
Elmo, fuck you up! Yay!
You're only 2.5 made.
2.5. That's super rare. You can sell that.
So
shit.
I do apologize.
Crazy.
Say what you just said again to me.
All right. 3 games. 1 I'm playing tonight after the show. 2 I've been playing, and they came out in the past 2 to 3 weeks.
I don't know.
on
I made
Xbox
my
One.
guesses, dude. You tell me.
Oh my lord! You can guess one of them.
Yeah, Siege.
No, new releases.
Oh, I don't really know. I haven't been paying attention to what's coming out. Like in Infinite Warfare, and the team has been like priority on a bunch of what I've been doing right lately. So,
Oh, speaking of which, I was not impressed by that beta at all.
no, there's quite a bit wrong, but they're working on it.
It felt like
it's a lot better, dude. I played it on PlayStation and I played it on Xbox, and the smoothness and everything else that was the game was, I want to say 50 to 75% better on the PlayStation than it was on the Xbox. So like PlayStation is more advanced.
No, it's just simply because they're developing primarily for the PlayStation and porting it over, or developing providing less resources. That's the way it is whenever any platform is the flagship. They always invest more resources in whatever the flagship is. You know, now it's PlayStation.
What's this game that you're gonna play, man?
Well, listen, now you got me talking about Infinite Warfare. To me, the problem is it's not much different from Black Ops 3 to be worth it. I'm going to be playing anyway because my son already bought it. He said, you can have it. I just want Call of Duty 4. And I'm like, well, can I get the Call of Duty 4? You can have the Infinite Warfare.
Can I have the Infinite Warfare?
I know, right? So I'll play it, but I feel like there's a lot of things that feel off about it. And maybe it's what you were saying. It just felt, I don't know, it felt really weird, like really off. Like,
well, I'll ultimately be getting it on PlayStation. So, if that tells you anything, we're in talks. I'm in talks with Sony right now to get a couple more PlayStations, Steam and whatnot. Yeah,
nice.
I might be. If I'm going to be playing it, I'll probably be playing it on PlayStation. And we're playing lots of. Ops. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say that I like the Black Ops 3 beta far more than Infinite Warfare. Yeah. I don't know if they still need to put more polish on there, but I like the crafting. Go ahead.
Beta-wise, with Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare hands down. But playing Call of Duty 4 remastered, that game is just like, goddamn, I can't wait till we can do a co-op. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, I told him, I said, I want to go set this up. We need to go set this up in the living room and play a big old co-op and, put it, set it up to a laptop or something so we can actually record it to where we can, make videos out of it if we need to. But it's really, really good. When your son gets it, tell him to let you play it at least.
Which game you talking about?
Call of Duty, Call of Duty 4.
Oh yeah.
Remastered, fucking awesome, dude.
I saw, because I saw Fatal was streaming it. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But yeah, I was underwhelmed by the Infinite Warfare, but I'll play it. It'll be what a lot of people will be playing, and it'll be good to be part of the hype on Call of Duty again while it's still good. But we'll see. I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna end up going back to Black Ops 3 because, again, outside the crafting and what did they add really different?
Well,
not much differentiated.
You got to remember the reason I'm playing as much. The reason I'm playing as much Infinite Warfare as I can is because my team is. So it's like
right.
I got to be into it and be get and play it even if it's on Xbox. Like, I need to play it just so, like, when my guys talk or when somebody talks to me and they ask me a question, like, I'm not going, and then send it back to Fatal Blades. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Well, what do you do for us exactly if Fatal does everything?
No, yeah.
And I don't want to sit there and be that guy that goes, well, I'm the one that gives you the contract. Or I'm the one that does this. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be part of the. I want to get to know some of the guys. Get to know them a little bit. Even though at the end of the day it's business, I still want to get to know them a little bit.
Right. Yeah. it's good for management to be in the trenches to some degree to see what it's like there and make the right calls. And I get that. But, you know, even with me, that's part of the reason I play so much Rainbow Six Siege, because now they have the built-in tournaments in the arena on Xbox Live and all these, like, you know, quick and dirty mini tournaments and, you know, exhibition matches you could do now. You know, we've been doing that and challenging teams just for fun. It's been great. You know, I'm obviously not as organized as what you guys are doing, but, you know, I'm really into, like, the meta and keeping up with best practices and learning the maps and all the different techniques and the common routes people take and best loadouts and optimal trap placement. We get into all of that. But anywho, moving on from Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege for now. The game, I mentioned one of them earlier, Battlefield 1. Man, scrub.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta cue the sad violin music because Jesus, when you die, like that music they play is depressing as fuck. Like
it really is.
It's like, like it's just mocking you, like you asshole.
It really is depressing as shit. You're like, oh yeah, I just died. Oh really? You did? No, you didn't. Yeah, the music's going on. I'm like, oh dude, come on.
And from what I've seen in the campaign and what I've been hearing from everyone, that campaign, I think it's like only 6 to 10 hours long, depending how good you are. But apparently that campaign is even more depressing. I'm like, I don't know if I want to fuck with that. I don't need help being bummed out, pissed off. If you want some feels, it's a whole different tone for this game for sure. Like it's a lot more serious and unforgiving. I feel like to me, like Battlefield 3 was my favorite because I put the most time into it, and I think it had the perfect balance of realism and kind of like that arcade style action. And then Battlefield 4 kind of continued upon that, but I don't know, something for it was missing. Maybe it was just the fact that I didn't get to jump in right away and play with people when they were hyped about it. So by the time I jumped in, people were kind of like, oh, yeah, it's Battlefield 4. Let's play a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go play something else. Bye. You know? But now, being on that cusp, you know, right in the beginning of it all, you know, people are really enjoying this. I do have to say the starting weapons you get for most of the classes are absolute ads, especially assault class. You're going to be switching classes a lot, and, you know, they each level up individually. That's pretty standard. But once you like rank up enough, it definitely makes a difference. You get those better weapons. So I'm loving Battlefield 1, man, and that's a beautiful game. Good lord. Between Battlefield 1 and Star Wars Battlefront, I mean, they're very similar games, you know, especially with Star Wars Battlefront, you can actually shoot much further. You got no kind of range for the most part in Battlefield 1. It's a lot of close quarters combat and you know, ground combat with vehicles. The air stuff not as big. My cat's getting my feet. Stop it! I'll put you in a bucket, kitty cat. What do you think, Obi?
About
Battlefield 1.
I really with like the beta and stuff like that. I really liked it. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to get it. I just yeah.
Well, the other game. Do you want to take a stab at what the other one is? We talked about this one before too.
I'm probably gonna get it wrong.
Okay.
I don't know.
Gears 4.
Oh yeah, that's another one that I really want to play.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed. Like one thing that Gears does, and again, none of it matters if you don't.
Gears community is ruthless, though.
Yeah, like they're dedicated. That's one of the things.
If you're a scrub, they will make sure you know. Just ask Optic.
But see,
or ask Team Envy after Optic totally brutalized him on the mic. You fucking suck.
What's weird about Gears, the way it plays, and it's an acquired taste because it's fast paced, but at the same time it's slow because everybody's super huge. Even the women are huge and just towering figures, and they move like they all move like they got a big turd in their pants, and they don't want to like get it smushed up, and it's like tank controls from like early 3D games in the 90s. It's very clunky, and they made it a little more smooth, but it's still rough, and it's still really heavy on the shotgun play in PvP. And it's just
shotgun and melee. Shotgun and melee is like huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get past that, the thing about this game that makes it so special, they check off all the boxes. They got lock boxes, like everybody else does, and that's fun. Something that Overwatch desperately needs to give you more of a sense of progression. I mean, there's so many things you can unlock just by playing matches, right? It's not about level up. You just get them randomly. That's great. It keeps you hooked. You're like getting these free things, skins and different cards you can use, and there's crafting. Then they took Horde. They took the good stuff from Gears of War Judgment, including the Horde improvements and some of the mechanics in there. They brought it in there. Now in Horde, you can play as different classes. There's upgrades. There's different things you could bring into the match pregame. Like, there's so much shit you could do. Then and then they got the event calendar where they got the seasonal content and the double XP weekend. Like they got right now they got the pumpkin dodgeball. Everybody's got pumpkin heads, and sometimes it's hard to tell who's a friendly or foe. So sometimes you're shooting at a friendly, and you're like, why aren't they dying? And the enemy comes up behind you, or you're staring at an enemy and you don't fire at each other because you don't realize you're enemies. And it's just silly fun. So like Gears, for me personally, is not a game I'm interested in being really good at, but
Right.
It's just so much fun.
Well, playing it's actually it's something that like you can get in there with friends and just have. I mean, like I said, it's just have fun. Like even if you lose, it's something that it's. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, even when you're losing, you're having a good time. That's basically it. You said it already. And we have a lot of folks in Geeky Antics and all games communities that playing this. Normie's playing it. Sean Ives is playing it. Eric Smith, aka Saint Nicholas, is playing it. Gabe Olea, Uncanny X-Bros, one of the podcasts we syndicate, he's a beast in this game. Like, he's one of those tryhards that this is like his game. And I don't want to, like, facing him against him is a pain in the butt because he's way too good at it. Personally, I also find I like to tweak the default controls and sensitivity settings because I don't like the modern control. I like the classic Gears settings better because it's easier to swap weapons. But if you do have a controller that supports macros, you are so much more of an advantage because you're just that much faster responding, like switching to the Nashor when someone rushes you rather than being caught with your dick in your hand or your vagina or your tits, whatever you got in your hands. It's all good. We don't judge. Your robot antenna, that's good too. But yeah, Gears 4, if like you have to choose between Battlefield 1 and Gears 4, even though I love Battlefield 1, Gears 4 differentiates itself a lot more right now. And it's a good palate cleanser. And there's just so many playlists and game modes. Just the Horde mode alone, defending against 50 rounds of enemies. I mean, that's just intense, yo. Now, the game I'm going to play
I
after
played,
the show.
like I said, it's one of those things that I played the beta, and I never...
Did you play Gears 3?
No.
What's the last Gears you played?
I think 2.
Did you beat the campaign?
Yes.
Did you play a lot of Horde mode?
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, so you're not that far removed from what it's been. You know how they used to have the event calendar where you could see ahead of time all the different special days they have stuff lined up? I think maybe they introduced that in 3, actually.
I don't remember none of that.
Well, I mean, this is like... That's what they do here. Is like you could see the event calendar, and they got the battle packs and crafting and different playlists, and it's just a feature-rich game. But at the heart, it's still Gears. So if you like the beta, yeah. I think there might be a trial or demo for it. No, never mind. Is there?
Yeah. I hate demos.
Yeah, but some of them, if it's a trial, it's different from a demo. Like Battlefield 1, if you have EA access, we both do, you get free trials for all their new releases. And they last 10 hours. So we could play together. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah,
I think more companies do that.
But it's one of those things where, like, okay, you ready to play? And then you get 10 hours. That's it. That you get 10 hours. Once it's done, you're done. Okay,
yeah,
so we're ready to play. We're ready to play for at least 5 out of the 10. We're ready to go and ready to make it a thing. And then everybody goes, or I can't log on or do whatever. Or, it's just everything falls apart.
Well, the best thing to do with that, cause I do with my friends when I use the trials, is I make sure everybody's ready. We're in a party. Then I launch the game and get the invite. When we're actually ready to play, not when we're just bullshitting and whatever.
Right.
So you're not running the clock, because as long as the game is open, I think that clock keeps going. It doesn't matter. I wish it was just gameplay time, but no, it's the moment that app is open, it's counting down.
Right.
Which sucks. With Battlefield 1, it forces you to watch this like opening cinematic and play through the prologue story, which is great, but I want to play on my terms. So some of you just want to just load up a game and go straight into multiplayer, like I'm going to do with the next game. I was going to say Titanfall 2 after the show. Yeah. Can't even guess one, Obi. I'm disappointed. We've been talking about these games for months.
Sorry, what'd you say? I missed that.
Penis.
Yes. I have
saying that the game I'm going to play that launched tonight, I'm going to play after the show.
What, you play with your penis?
Oh, yeah, that's a given.
What game is it?
Take a guess. It launched this week.
I don't know.
Man, you're really that out of the loop? We've been talking about it for like months. It's a game that we played the technical test for, and it ran for 2 weekends. The EA game. Robots.
Wait, what?
Now you know. Robots. What game has robots in it? I'm giving you hints. Oh my lord. Titanfall 2.
Thank you for just fucking telling me!
I'm like, I couldn't say it any more obvious. But anyway.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is it out? Wait, what? What are you playing?
This came out tonight. As of 45 minutes ago on the East Coast.
Huh.
Yep.
Too bad I can't play it.
Huh. But see, it's an EA game, so you can play the trial. We can play together. And see if you even like it.
Yeah.
EA access. Good deal. Good deal. Besides, you only play for like an hour or two at a time, so that's like 5 days of gaming for you. Dude, you're set.
I should get Fatal, and we should get it on Xbox, huh?
Yeah.
Titanfall 2's just came out today. Get the trial and go play with Yogi. Got the full version.
We can still play together. It's a full game, pretty much. It's a timer. Yeah. Then I'll grab a smoke, and by the time I finish, you'll have it downloaded, and we can boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
We still got like 25 minutes in the podcast, so.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
15, and then 10 minutes outro.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I guess.
Unless someone joins the call and derails us. Well, again, that wasn't a stab at anyone in particular. We do it to ourselves most of the time. So anyway, let's move on. We're gonna transition to our feature discussion, which is more about video games. This is what we were talking about last week, and it's our theme. Our theme is games worth going back to. So we were talking about the hot newness. Now let's talk about the oldie but goodies. The oldies but goodies. And now these are games that are worth going back to or not. So, in the spirit of our old stream, our old theme, the dust off, hashtag the dust off. We're gonna or even sample Saturday. Remember that was a thing we did regularly. Yeah, look at some of our favorite games in the past year or so on Xbox One mainly, maybe some PC games too, and see how they hold up today. And I could talk more about Battlefield 1 and Gears 4 and all that, and Titanfall 2. Talk about some of the games, the older games, how they're holding up. And surprisingly, I'm not gonna start off with Rainbow Six Siege. I'm gonna start off small. I'm going to start off with Dark Souls 2. I've had some friends ask me if Dark Souls 2 is a good point to jump on for the series. Now, these games, they're not really connected. There's some lore, but you're not really playing them from the story. You're playing them for the experience, unless you're really hardcore. So if you want to know if it's a good point to jump on, I say yes. Jump on Dark Souls 2. Especially if you want to play online, because on Dark Souls 1, that online is janky as fuck. Pretty much doesn't exist. And it'd be cool to have someone to play co-op. So pick it up for Xbox One. You can get it dirt cheap. We can play together. The next game is a game we covered in the news. The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division. And it's funny because that Ghost Recon Wildlands is coming March of 2017. And it's got people talking about the Division and Ubisoft and how much they hate them and how they can't do an online game right and open world, boo. But the Division is still an amazing game. People just expected the wrong thing because, again, it's more of an RPG than an action shooter. The action is there, but still RPG first. That pickup groups, pugs, they suck. Yeah, matchmaking wait times for old incursions could be long, but actually not that long. Surprisingly, within 2 to 5 minutes, you can find a group. You want to do randoms. I played the Clear Sky incursion. That shit is batshit crazy. You go to Central Park, Columbus Circle, and that is a hot mess. I can only imagine what Dragon's Nest is like, and that's one of the premium ones. I need to get the DLC for this already and just jump back in it. But there's so much good. The game's beautiful. It's just absolutely stunning, and I'm always freaking just amazed by how good this game looks, even on console. Gunplay is tight. Is compelling. It's a massive world with just so many layers to it, right? Great, satisfying crafting, great loot, tons of variety there. So the bad people you say that there's not enough weapon variety. You can use maybe a little more activity variety, but the biggest one is lack of checkpoints and the bullet sponge enemies. Well, wait. With update 1.4, they addressed a lot of this, including backfilling to slots. So if you're in the pug and people leave, they rage quick, and they're tired of wiping, this is the lack of checkpoints. They're like, I don't want to start that wave all over again or that area all over again. Fuck that, I'm done. Now you can backfill slots through matchmaking. That's fantastic. They improve damage scaling, so less of the sponge enemies, the bullet sponge enemies, and more of a focus on mechanics and smarter AI. So it's not, oh wow, the only reason they killed me is because they wouldn't die when I shot them 100 times in the head. Now it's more like, oh, they're playing smart, they're flanking, and they're using suppressing fire, blah blah blah. So they're really refining this game. And again, I think I keep seeing a trend. Ubisoft is really listening to the community and trying to refine and iterate upon already strong platforms. So, really excited to see what they did with this game, and really excited to go back with it with our friends on a more consistent basis again. Maybe not as much as we used to. Like we really hit it hard those first few months, but still a big fan. Are there any games you've come back to besides the usual, like you dusted off?
Not really.
How about Overwatch?
Nope, haven't played Overwatch in a while.
Damn.
Again, busy times. What game are you playing at the end of the stream again?
Titanfall 2. The EA game.
Yeah.
First time trial. The one thing I noticed with Overwatch, because I really do enjoy the game, and Blizzard, as far as I'm concerned, could do no wrong, right? That's when I become a fanboy. But is it me, or is it the lack of in-game communication? I mean, all you get is the emotes, but I feel like the lack of communication kind of ruins the immersion. You know what I mean? There's something about it. Like, it feels like you're so disconnected from the experience at times. I don't know. I know why they do it, but I find that I enjoy the game a lot more when I'm in a voice chat and everybody's playing Overwatch with me and we're getting hyped about it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. I thought it was on EA Access, and it's not. So
It's not?
no,
It will be then.
well, it's not yet.
Huh. Give it probably by Saturday, I'm thinking. The Battlefield 1, they had it.
Battlefield 1's been on here for a while, though.
Yeah.
Like, I still have that trial, which is how many hours?
10, 12 hours, something like that.
Yeah, and all you can do is the big map.
No, you could play anything. Yeah, because I just go in there when I had a trial, I just click join game. When I saw a friend playing, and I just joined on him. Yeah, it's basically just the full game, but on a timer. It's pretty cool. In fact, when I popped the disc in, the retail version, all it did was just patch the trial version. I didn't have to download anything really. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Overwatch, again, like I keep saying, they really need some unlockables and more of a sense of progression, because this is something nice. I mean, great gameplay is fun, but it's always nice to feel like you're working towards something. I guess maybe because it makes you feel like less of a scrub for putting so much time into a game, Because I don't know, for me personally, just getting better at a game is not enough for motivation. It needs to be a very rare kind of game for me to care to get that much better at a game. Like Rainbow Six Siege, I'm committed to like getting better and learning from my mistakes. I really take the game pretty seriously. Not that I don't with Overwatch, but that's more for funsies. Comparison. I want the little goodies. Why are loot crates only available when you level up? Why can't they just randomly drop during certain matches? That's weird. And then they got the weekly brawl, but they need more game modes. Again, when I compare Overwatch to Gears, there's so much more depth and stickiness on Gears. And then I look at Overwatch and I'm like, these games should not even be on the same price point, regardless of how much polish they have. Just the replay value on Gears. Overwatch may be more fun. I might be better at Overwatch. I'm much better at Overwatch. I'm kind of stuck at Gears. But those little bells and whistles, they make a difference. It's like Halo. People love to hate on Halo, but it's so many different gameplay modes, and then you got the Forge. That's what keeps it fresh. All those little silly things you could do, like the infected mode.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played Rainbow Six Siege?
Yesterday.
The silly slut.
Well, the last I also played the Division yesterday too.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What did you
I
do?
guess those are dust
dailies?
offs. Divisions, the dust off. Yeah, I did a few dailies and just to see how it was reacting and just
Yeah,
all
because they
around.
just patched it.
They did, and I was kind of looking at how everything works. If everything's even at low settings, everything was really really good. So, or even at high settings, everything wasn't blurry and it wasn't all jacked up, and it was actually pretty clean. So, get back into it and play a little bit.
Yeah, and it seems like they are finally moving away from one of the biggest problems that MMOs face, where end game gear is always the same. Like there's always the one item, the one weapon, the one gear set that everybody should rock at the end, which is the dumbest model ever. I hate that shit, that cookie cutter bullshit. Because it's like if we're all gonna end up in the same place, what's the point of even bothering? Oh, because then it becomes about skill. That's a lot of freaking work to be this all homogenous and then differentiate yourself by being slightly better with your skills. Like, not compelling. To me, is not just variety of variance and skill, but also your loadouts. Having that freedom is important. And the Darkstone shit, that's still a problem and I think they're trying to reduce the issues there because now if someone is rogue, if they're nearby, the minimap focuses on them so you can get an exact pinpoint where they're at when they get close so they can't get a jump on you. So that's going to change the game because the problem with the Dark Zone is, most people just go there for their PvE to farm the loot. I know I do. But then people attack you for no reason, even if you have no freaking loot on you, just to troll you because they can and they want to just grief. There's no redeeming value to killing you. It's not like they can steal anything. And then it's wasting time. And the stupid thing is your loadout for PvE is usually going to be different from your loadout for PvP. So, they're working on balancing it out. And I think the damage scaling is part of that and making more of the gear scale and more significant. So this patch has been huge, and I'm excited about what they're going to do. It was patch 1.4. Yeah, I would like to go back to this game and get people rally behind it because it needs to do well. So year 2, I would like to see this be a platform that they stand behind, along with Rainbow Six Siege. Right, Obi?
Right.
Do you have the season pass for the Division?
No.
I might pick up the Underground expansion. Excuse me. Let's just get the Underground, like $14.99. Because otherwise, the season pass is $39.99. I don't know. That's a big pill to swallow. It's almost the price of a game.
Yeah. That's. I really want to play all these different games. Like the games that I do have, yeah, I can start playing a little bit more. But like right now, it's once you start getting busy, you start getting busy. Really, nothing that you can do to.
Oh, I know.
Nothing
I barely
that you
have
can
enough time
do.
to rub one out. It sucks.
Right.
You gotta brush your teeth with one hand and jerk off with the other. It's kind of awkward while you're taking a shower.
Yeah. Ooh. No.
I know. I'm all about that awkward conversation tonight. And going back, I think last week I talked a little bit about Star Wars Battlefront, which is still unique enough to play. Even with Battlefield 1 out, they have it's a diorama, which is like the little miniature set that you build, like a scene, so to speak, and you unlock different pieces, different miniatures, different set pieces for the diorama by doing different activities and hitting certain milestones. And that's a really cool way of giving you a sense of progression. I'm like, man, that's really cool because it takes you to a separate area in the game. It has to like load in. That's how detailed it is. And you can zoom in on diorama and then just like check it out. And like, this game, there's really something there, and people shit all over it. But it's not just a game that's trying to cash in on a license, Yeah, Star Wars is a big part of the appeal. But if it wasn't Star Wars, I also think it's pretty cool.
Right. Confused on what we're talking about.
Talking about oldies but goodies. I moved from the Division to Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront, to me, I really enjoyed. This was one game that I was thinking about getting. Timing didn't work, so I still want to get it. But it was one of those things where I wish I had somebody that wanted me to have the game, because I would have been like, hell yeah, let's play. Because I like Star Wars games anyway. Look at my name. So, it's something, I like Star Wars everything.
Well, it's like a $15 game now, I think. Right? Actually, I think you can get it for free in EA Access now, don't you?
No,
maybe I'm tripping.
No, you don't get it for free on EA Access. It's not in the vault yet.
Probably so.
I hope it goes in the vault, man. Because if Star Wars Battlefront goes in the vault, I will definitely play that with you.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait it out. I would say maybe 3 to 5 months. Give it time.
Yeah.
And they'll still be worth playing then. And then who knows? Maybe by then we'll buy the season pass for it just to get all that content. It's just like you said, it's just hard to choose because a lot of quality games. But they have people, buying these games for me and urging me to play with it. Like, oh, I want to play. There's been a lot of we play something together. Yeah, I'll get it for you. Like, oh, okay.
Well, you can tell anybody, they want people to play with you. I will try. That's why I half the time I tell people don't buy me games, because I don't know if I'm going to have the time to play. It's just one of those things where I could be on. If I had the game, I would play it. But as well as I do, half the time when I say, hey, yeah, I'll be there to play, something comes up. It just happens. There's nothing I can do about it. So it's, to have it, I know once it gets on EA Access, or, maybe I can grab a copy and maybe just go see about going and get a one from GameStop, or, see how much they are there.
Last I checked, the physical copies are under $15.
We'll go check GameStop and see if I bet you $20 are still at $30.
Let me
We'll see.
You talk about used?
As long as the game works, dude, I don't give a damn.
No, they're gonna give you.
I don't want it. I don't want a piece of shit.
Piece of shit, motherfucker! That's a cool echo. I like that. I know. Okay. Brand new, $23.59 on Amazon. New or used through third-party sellers, $11.90.
New or used?
Huh? Yeah.
New or used?
New or used through third parties. I have the third-party sellers on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, right now,
but the funny thing is,
a used one at Game. Huh?
Oh, check this out though. The digital code for PS4, $29.99. Digital code for Xbox One, $59.99. What the fuck?
How's that fucking work?
I have no fucking idea. PC digital code, $29.99. Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
don't get it.
GameStop, you can get a used one, $17 to a new one at $30. So it's still a $30 game.
PC version is $19.99.
Maybe they'll do a Star Wars Humble Bundle sometime. Another one.
Oh, wait a minute. Star Wars Battlefront? Oh, there's the Ultimate Edition coming out November 18th. You might have to hold out for this, bro. It has Deluxe Edition with in-game unlocks, including emotes and the OPDL4 for Blaster. The Season Pass. The Star Wars Rogue One. Star Wars Battlefront Death Star, Star Wars Battlefront V-Spin, all those are the expansions. Dude.
Oh, how much is the Ultimate?
$39.99. That's the price of the season pass right now.
Ooh. Might be worth it.
Fuck.
It's getting about that time, homie.
I know. That's where I was gonna end it on. So take us home.
Do you guys have anything you guys would like to say, or anything you'd like to comment on of things that we said? Feel free to do so. Don't mean we'll listen. Yogi will.
Nice.
No. You guys can leave us a voicemail, of course, or a text message at 646-801-2149. We got mail at geekyantics.net. Guys, HorsePLAY Live is everywhere you listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com, Google Play Music, iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. Please take out a few minutes to thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and share. Even better, we'd love some reviews and comments. It's quick, it's easy, and it really helps us out. Huge thanks to all of you guys that are actually promoting our content. We love you very much, and thank you. You guys like eye candy, we love it too. You got YouTube and Twitch, youtube.com/geekyantics, twitch.tv/geekyantics. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with All Games Radio Network, we have tons of shows that we cover with a wide spectrum of topics. We can't possibly plug them all. So if you guys want to check the full podcast lineup, geekyantics.net/schedule. You can also check some of our flagship shows on our Twitch profile and our aggregate feed over at geekyantics.net/podcast. Now, we do know that things are happening with those. They're breaking, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for those that are commenting and saying it's broke so we can get it fixed. Those will be up here shortly. But don't forget, guys, the intro and outro themed are brought to you by, provided royalty-free by, of course, TechnoX. That's Techno with a K. Make sure you go check him out, technox.com, to get all your royalty-free music needs. You guys are listening to us on allgames.com. Wait a minute. I don't want to say that yet. Yogi, where can they find your ugly mug? I mean, your gracious mug.
Well, I'm Yogizilla everywhere, but particularly these days, you'll probably find me on Xbox Live and Twitter. That's been places I've been most consistently on when I'm not with my head in the work, the books, in the computer screen, coding and creating and making phone calls and being clients happy and juggling shit, trying not to die or kill myself, or both.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense, but that's okay. I was like, wow, awkward.
That was very awkward.
Well,
very
at least
awkward.
It wasn't a elusive finger in your butt, you know? Inside joke, folks.
Why are we talking about fingers in people's butts?
As he clenches his butt cheeks, you're like, where are you taking with it?
I really am. But you guys, of course, you guys can find me, TSE Obi-Wan, on Twitter and Instagram. Of course, we're on there, trying to get on there a lot more as well. We're also on the YouTubes. Make sure you guys go check it out, TSE Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, I do vlogs, which I'm doing one right now, podcasting. And, of course, we're doing gameplay videos. We got some WoW videos up right now of the first raid of the new expansion. I've got some stuff in the making with, of course, like Rocket League and stuff like that with myself and Fatal Blades, and we're just trying to have some fun. So go visit us over there, of course. I know I'm missing one more, but I can't remember which one I am. Oh yeah, Facebook, TSE Obi-Wan Kenobi. Actually, TSE Obi-Wan. Bobo. I know it's really fucking weird.
You want Bobo?
Yes.
I love that.
It's a nickname that I acquired at about 2 months of age, and it never wore off. So I just say whatever. I'll make people happy by using it. So I'm doing it.
I like it.
But of course,
in Spanish, Bobo means dummy. Bobo? Mira, Bobo!
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to do. But anyway, of course, at the YouTube TSC Obi-Wan Kenobi space. There's a space between Obi-Wan and Kenobi. So hope to see you guys there. If you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking Show is up, followed by Knuckleballer Radio at its new time every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to hang out in the chat Make sure you guys hang out in the chat by clicking the live or the chat button. We'll see you guys. Of course, remember, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the B-Team podcast will be podcasting. Of course, that's over there, right over there at All Games Radio Network, too. So, again, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week.
I'm Obi-Wan Cannoli, the Italian plumber that plays video games every now and then.
You know what? Just play the damn music.
Obi-Wan Cannoli. Oh, my music is broke. My computer's breaking. I know. I'll make music for you. Seriously, my music's not working.
You're
gonna have to play.
crazy. All right, guys. That's it from us. We'll see my Obi-Wan X2 or TSC Obi-Wan. Over there is YogiZilla. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Okay, now I got it working.
I already ended the recording, so we're still streaming, but just not recording anymore.
Well, fine. I'll play the music then.
You can.
I'll play it.
You can, but I'm just saying, I mean, I can start it up again, but it'll be two different pieces. And
it's cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.